up, Saab fans around the world, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do some maintenance and some fixes on this car right here, the Monte Carlo Yellow 9.5. So I haven't been doing something, I haven't been driving the car since the last track day at Ring. So we have a few updates to do. So here we have the little menu for today. I got some stuff from my buddy Erik Nordenfors. Thanks a lot for this. Great custom work. This is the top plate for the max speeding rods coilovers to be able to adjust camber. And now he has made these top mounts for me so it fits the Saab. I have locked in these pin bolts right here with some Loctite, and he made them like this so they will sit on, this is the right side, so now it's like a neutral position, so now we can add negative camber, and while we're adding negative camber we're also adjusting the caster angle, so we get a better caster on the wheels as well. So that's really nice for the track days to come, because right now the car sits at like almost like a positive angle, or a little bit camber but not as much. And for the build I just installed the OEM top mounts while waiting for this, so this was an update to come. He also made this awesome shifter linkage with fully upgraded bushings. So there's some companies making bushings for this linkage so you can upgrade them, but these are custom made and they are so well fitted, like the tolerances are next to nothing right here, so this will be as tight as you can get the gears. So this you can't buy, this you have to made. So super nice sturdy shifter linkage, so we will see the before and after how that feels. I have also had some issues with a little bit of dripping oil while under hard pressure, and I have like done everything on this engine when I built it, but the crankcase ventilation, the canister, hasn't been changed, and if it's still the OEM one, it has been there for like plus 300,000 kilometers, so that's quite a lot. So we're gonna change this. Also change this line right here with the aluminum non-return valve, which is a nice upgrade to do as well. Mine is the old plastic one. So we're gonna start with the shifter linkage, and the shifter linkage in my car isn't really that bad. I have definitely been through worse. So you can see while we have it in gear, of course there's a lot of play. Not too bad though, but there still is some. So we will pull it into fourth, then we will lock the gears right here with a little pin right here in this hole to lock it in fourth, and also do the same on the gearbox. Then pull the linkage out. So here we have the old shifter linkage, and here we have the new upgraded. I don't know how well you can see this, but the bushing right here is flexing a lot in all the different directions. You can see how it moves front and back and to the side, whilst this one right here is just 100% sturdy. So it will be a real nice upgrade. So now I'm gonna install this back and we will see how the gears feel. So the shifter linkage is back in the car and I ripped my whole forearm to get it in, but at least it's in place. So now we have removed the locking pin in the gearbox. We also removed this inside here since it was locked in 4th gear. And now you can enjoy the really nice shifting. So it's, of course, it's a little bit of wiggle, but it's much more solid than it was before. And you can notice that I have also changed the shift knob and the shifter, and this you just pull straight up. It sits just with some splines, so you can't really add like a cool custom shift knob without doing a lot of custom work, because this has this spring that's for the reverse gear, so that it's locking the reverse gear. Now everything works, and this is a custom made one that I got from a subscriber. Thanks a lot to you. I've had it in the garage for a while, and this is real carbon fiber. So this will match another upgrade that I have coming up for the interior. You might know what it is. So that's it for the shifter linkage. Now we will move on, and I think we will do the crankcase ventilation. This is what I like with this coilover setup. It's so stiff. You can see I have one jack point right there and the whole car lifts up. Just insane. So got the old canister out, and I don't know, but it seems like there's some gunk still left in here. If you just feel by the weight, it's a little difference. So nice to throw in a new one, at least. Maybe it flows a little bit better, because otherwise, when I have changed this, if it still leaks, I'm gonna improve this line right here that sucks air from the ventilation to reduce some pressure in the whole head of the engine, because I think it's leaking somewhere in the head when it's boosting a lot, because when I drive like normal on the road I don't have any leaks, but when I'm out pushing like on the track, then I got some leaks. It's not super bad at all, it's just drips all the way around, but it's quite annoying. So if this doesn't solve it, we're gonna make a like thicker or a better flowing line to the crankcase ventilation, and make this hole a little bit bigger and get some tubing that's a little bit bigger as well, because you can fit quite a big like hose over here, but it needs to suck it in also. So but there is some small improvements to be made if this doesn't fix everything. So I'm gonna throw this back in, and then we're gonna start with the coilovers. Okay, so here we got the strut, and it's been holding up really nice. So you can see just before the Trackday I had to cut this up in order to get the 21mm wrench in and get this fully tightened. So that had to be done. It doesn't affect more than the looks. But now we're gonna do it the real way. So we're gonna remove this old top mount, and the old bearing has been riding on this like edge right here, which is not meant to be. So we're gonna just clean that up a bit. Like so. And then we're gonna install the top mount from Eric. Of course it uses the OEM pillow ball mount that came with the coilover kit. So it's still there. So it's going to sit like this right here. And now it has connection with the bearing and doesn't spin on this surface right here, but on the bearing, which is what you want. Now it's also easier to tighten this down. So it's going to sit something like this. Like so. We're gonna adjust it when we have mounted it. Just tighten this down just a little bit. So have it somewhat centered. So we got the wheel back on. And this is what the new top mount looks like. Now I have double bolts to lock them in properly, so nothing will move. And I started to the setting where I left like 11 millimeters of adjustment still to do. So now we got, like, from the stock position we got a little bit of negative camber and also a little bit of the caster. So the wheel is now more not fully centered, it's more to the front. So when you steer in, it will like bounce back a little bit better. It will steer in to curves a little bit better. Because the caster angle is nothing you can adjust on a stock suspension, so you need custom stuff to do that. And usually the coilovers that you buy, the more expensive ones, always have the camber adjustment. So the caster is something that not a lot of companies have as an option. So this is custom made by Eric and it looks stunning, and I'm so excited to get to try this. So hopefully we will do a little drive also to try out and see how everything works. So I also got a new direct ignition cassette. So the old one I had was a TK 3.7C, and this is the E version, so this is the latest you can get. It's not brand new, it's used, but it's in good condition, so we will try this, because on the Trackday I had like 2 error codes, but the car was still drivable. It didn't like misfire or anything, not that I noticed at all, but it was cutting back power at the top RPM, so hopefully this solves everything. And now we got the coilovers are for the first time completely done, which is an amazing accomplishment. So we got the full coilover set. So what's done to do right now is I'm gonna fix some droning issues on the exhaust, because I also noticed that on the last track day I got some clips of the car doing flybys at the start straight of the track, and my car sounded like probably the lowest sounding car of all cars there. And I have like a huge exhaust. I have a 3.5-inch downpipe, 3-inch twin pipe all the way back, and then just 2.5-inch mufflers. and at the top RPM the muffler does a really good job cancelling all that high-pitched noise. So the only thing I need to fix is that droney part that I got around like 2500 RPM, which is so annoying. The car is like undrivable for long runs. You need like earplugs to drive it, but it's not because the exhaust is so loud, it's because it drones so much. So that needs to be fixed as well. But I got a little solution. That's why I got this straight pipe seating over here. So I got a plan, but that's for a future video. So I think we will try to wrap it up like this, and next video will be a test drive. Stance came out pretty low and pretty aggressive, just how I like it. So we will see about the camber. It looks a little bit aggressive right now, but we will take it out for a test drive and see how it feels, and then just adjust to my liking, because now we have the full capability of adjusting everything. So camber, caster, we can adjust all the different, like of course toe in, toe out, all the steering angles and everything on the car. So everything is fully adjustable, and we can set the dampener to tighter or loosen it, just how I like it. So it performed really good on the track as it did right now, but now it will be more track focused with this setup right here that we made in the front. And I hope the oil issue is solved with the new crankcase ventilation, and the shifts just feel so crisp when you touch them, so I can't wait to get this thing out on the road and see how it feels for real. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, subscribe to the channel, comment if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!